Right, okay, this is how to take an exhaust off a Bandit 1250. Here she is. And here's the exhaust down here, and we're in the garage, so the light's not that great. This is the exhaust, and under here, some nuts just there, you can see. I'm assuming that they come out because I've never done this before. And then that nut there. Once we take that out, then the big tube here should come off, and so should that plate down there. Once we've done that, we are then going to come down here and we're going to replace the grill. We've got a nice stainless steel grill to go on there. So, all being well, we'll get started. Right, okay, this is with the original exhaust on at the moment, and as you can hear it. Okay, hit it. Okay, not too much. And again a little bit. Okay, this is the end of the exhaust. This is the bit that joins onto the bottom part of the exhaust. You can tell I'm technical, can't you? In there, just in that section, there is a gasket. Well, I think it's a gasket anyway, and you need to get that out. What I'd suggest is, this is what I've used just to run it around the edge, just to loosen it, and then these, just to wiggle it out, pull it out, go gentle because it seems to break down quite easy. Now this is it fitted inside the Beowulf end can. Now I hope I haven't damaged it too much getting it out, but we'll put it together, see what happens, and if necessary we'll have to go and buy another one and fit that, but let's see how we go. Right, so that's that bit pushed on there. It was a little bit of a squeeze getting it on. But it is on, and that needs to be tightened up. We won't just do that just yet. We'll fit the other part of the exhaust on the end here. So, let's see what happens next. Okay, we've moved out into the yard a little bit, just outside the garage. You can see the grille is fitted under there, and that looks quite nice, I think. And this is the exhaust. So you've got two parts here and here that replace the old Suzuki. Mounting nuts here, here and here. I found it easier putting this together, these two bits together first, but loosely joining them just to get everything lined up. Get this bracket together and lock it down with that little pin in there, if you can see it, and then loosely mount it just here, because you need to be able to move this section because you've got the plate here underneath for holding this. And once you've done that, you're away and all seems to be good. Okay, we're going to start her up in a second and see what she sounds like. Right, okay, this is on tick over at the moment. I think it looks pretty smart. That rear exhaust seems to be a lot lighter than the old Suzuki one that's come off. Let's just give it a bit of a rev. Okay, well that sounds alright. I think it does anyway. Those of you that are watching this that have done this before can tell me, I guess. It's throwing out a bit of stuff out the back. It's got the baffle in at the moment. We're going to take the baffle out in a second. Okay, this is the rear of the exhaust. There's a nut here, that's a hex nut, so we can take that out, and this is the baffle. The baffle will then come out. So we're going to take that out and see what it sounds like. Okay, well I've removed the hex key, so I'm assuming that that's the baffle. So if I'm wrong, you best let me know. Okay, so now we've got to start it up without the baffling. Well, I'm assuming that's what I've taken out. Well, it's a completely different sound, as I'm sure you can tell. So we're going to leave the baffle out. Oh, I've got that just down here. I've stuck the nut back in it, and we're going to put that in the back box, just so in case we get pulled, we've got that to put in there. But anyway, so there she is, front grille on, which I'm not sure whether I've shown you already. That looks pretty good, and there she is. Pretty smart. Anyway, if I can do it, anybody can.